Hey everybody, Cracker Jack Mechanic here, and thanks for tuning in. This latest video, we're going to do some aluminum casting. I've pieced a bunch of videos together. There's no continuity, so you can just kind of go through it and maybe you'll find a little gold nugget. This is very basic beginner stuff. That's kind of where I'm at in these videos, so I just want to try and bring some information to you. We're doing a casting of a motorcycle cover actually in this one, and you will see how it turns out, kind of get an idea of handling the pour and a few ideas like that. We're still missing a few tools. It's really ad hoc, coming from a very organic place here. I got shorts on. I mean, safety isn't paramount for what we're doing, but please take care for yourself, whatever you see fit. So yeah, just kind of, if you want to get into casting, aluminum casting, something you're interested in or something you've always wanted to do, then we share something in common. Click that subscribe button below because you're going to see more content like this. I'm bringing it out as we've got it available. I do post primarily motorcycle stuff. In the casting, we are doing motorcycle parts, so it is all related. And if you want to leave me a comment, please do. I get back to all my comments. And if you have any questions, by all means, please ask. Cracker Jack Mechanic, hey, thanks for watching. Click the subscribe button.
Have the bar handy.
Yeah. I think if you push it in, the heat, and it starts to grip. I'm going to use the ladle.
Alright, you ready?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you can push back more, it's all good.
You good there, Spencer?
Yep.
Done?
Spence can't think in
I
Fahrenheit,
don't know if
can
we're
he?
done. Let's see.
We poured a lot. There's a lot in there.
That's a lot.
Where do you want to set it?
Actually, set it over this, like here. No further, like right into it. Like so.
You want to get the bar? Just to keep it
Go
from
around
falling
that
out.
side, you'll get the good glow of her. Yeah, okay,
Ready?
when you're ready. I'm just gonna hold it up here.
Yep. Yeah, make sure you get some good back pressure, Jeff.
And go fast. Go fast, faster, faster.
I don't know if that was enough metal.
It didn't empty out, so it must be, right? Would you agree?
Yeah, we can level that box. Just watch yourself, Jeff.
I'd wait till it cools a tick before we level it. Here, I'll grab the pliers and take it out. It was nice, clean aluminum. Yeah, I think, Spenny, that because that didn't hollow out,
Do you want to grab this?
we're okay for a second. No, just let it sit. I think we're kind of at the.
Oh, the metal and the grass.
Yeah, well, we'll pick that
Bit
out.
much of an angle.
We'll reuse it.
That pour, way better.
Real clean.
So much control.
Good. The latch thing would have been really nice, so that you could have had control of those. Like, because I was pushing back, and I was afraid I'd be pushing too hard back against.
Oh,
it.
like that bar is big enough that you can really control the angle.
Help a huge bunch. It hasn't even tried to set up yet. I thought it was coming out the split.
No. I'll push that back if it's still.
That might be cool enough now.
I just don't want that wood to burn too much.
Pour some water on it. It'll make the sand light. It'll be fine. Like
Where's the ladle? Instant boil.
wow.
And you hear the sound it makes? How it's really, really hollow. You can already hear it's starting to get more tinny.
Yeah.
Like a bell. When it starts to ring like a bell, you're solid. So the thudding, the soft sound, I wouldn't touch it, Jen.
I know, it's so fun though.
The soft sound is the molten or soft aluminum.
Okay.
When it starts to ring like a bell,
Yeah.
then you're solidified. So it's getting there.
Huh.
Like that's really, it sounds like you're hitting something hard, even though it's getting there. I'm not leaving dents in it either. So.
This is where the excitement happens.
Ready?
Oh yeah, it's complete.
Complete casting.
Full cast. It's as rough as, but it's there, Spencer. Oh yeah. That's all right, man. Holy shit.
Like an archive dig.
Yeah, I would never.
Oh, don't touch it. It's hotter than sin.
My gloves on. I got it. So.
Try and break some of this off.
Take the bit.
Where'd the pliers go? It's full casting.
Yeah, no, it's legit.
Oh yeah. Where's the pliers? Oh yeah, just grab her.
What happens if you cool it down now?
We have.
It will soften it if you cool it quickly.
It will, eh?
I've read that you're not supposed to do it, but we were kind of going with.
Yeah, it's rough. That's just sand detail, but
It's
a
super
full
cool
casting.
though. I'm gonna plunge it.
Try it.
So that's a full casting. Full
Yeah.
casting, just a rough surface finish.
Look at that.
Yeah.
So the sand will have hot spots in it, like really hot spots, and I got this grate.
Where did my lighter go, Jeff?
Might be in my pocket. So then we just run the sand through this expanded metal
Right.
just to break it up right away. So this is like our third pour,
Also,
and it is pretty ad hoc. I mean, we're learning as we go. Every time we do something, we learn.
So we got the drag side packed down, parts still in it, the board's still on it. We're gonna try and flip the whole board. Should really have a smaller board to do this, so I've never really done it, so hopefully it goes well. Maybe if we can shift it to the bottom, stand it up.
Yeah, if you had the smaller box, it would just stay all together, right?
Yeah, and here's the all this work packing this down culminates in what finish we have here. It looks like there might be a little bit of overcast. We can clean up these edges where the other box is gonna go. Just run it along. And clean up where we're gonna pack the other box. It's gonna have more mold release put onto it.
And we still haven't got our
Feeder tubes, nothing yet.
or even alignment dowels. We're pretty
Pretty basic. Literally, it's $2 worth of metal.
yeah, pretty new to this for us. Really our second day of pouring and sorting out some of the details. We know that there should be some alignment dowels, pins for the two box halves, the cope and the drag, but
When these boxes come together, they're not perfectly square either. Even alignment marks, so you know when you put it back together, you're good to go.
yeah, we could just put some marker on
But
there.
we'll put a feeder tube in here. It's a thin part. This tube might be a bit much, but we're gonna leave just enough room to cut a gate. Just sink this in, and then we'll get some mold release on the rest.
So we're gonna need a riser right in the center as well.
Of the other box?
Yeah,
Yeah,
For
it's
the
the
fi-
highest point.
for the fill to go into, right?
Yeah, we could put a riser straight off the middle of this box once we get it done. Might be a bit overkill on the mold release, but the sand's pretty wet, so just trying to avoid clumping on the part that would ruin a potentially good finish. The
Yeah.
sand isn't great for finish, so it's probably gonna have to be polished back, even sanded back and then polished.
What do you think about these corners here?
That's what I mean, you don't wanna have it clumped up. Oh, you got her?
I can do her.
On this side too, there's some. Like that much I'm not too worried about, but it's when it gets clumped up in the corners. I don't really know, it's kind of going off theory at this point, but is this screen through not yet?
Yeah, that isn't. No, watch, because there's some huge chunks of clay in there. Like this is actually, I think there was some turds of actual clay. Might have got them out.
So then however much sand is in here is how much of the box we're gonna fill. Let me just check. Got good alignment. Again with the sand on the face.
I think we should put the riser hole in there right away.
What do we have for a riser? This bowl? You want to hold this bowl? This is where it gets tricky to compact it down, because you have all this stuff and you're holding and filming and
yeah, we really need a third
set of hands.
It's not sticking because of the powder there.
Good. That's good. You don't want to wear that out. I think we should go deeper and then pack it down.
Get your corners. Those are my favorites.
And with how much that feeder tube's moved around, that's why it's good to space it out, I think, from the part. That way if it does shift and move sand, you don't end up compromising the detail that you've built up. That's pretty good there. See how much compaction, I got this guy now. How much compaction we can get. You gotta hold the box down too so it doesn't shift up. So this, the cope's packed. We have a riser and a filler tube, and we'll pull the filler tube out carefully. Scrape away this. Okay. Pull the riser out as well. You will get some chip out on this side.
I wouldn't even bother cleaning that. The aluminum will push it out like it's not, you know what I mean?
Yep.
You risk dropping it back in there.
See if we can get these two to split.
Well, that was an easy split.
Nice separation.
Lost a little bit here, but
That'll be overcast, so that's not a big deal. That'll all be overcast. It looks like there wasn't quite enough mold release.
cut the runner before. Oh, we could have maybe patched that piece over. And then cut your groove before we
get in that part.
pull, and actually use that to pull your part maybe, you know what I mean? Put it in the bucket, Spenny.
Sorry.
That's proven sand.
It is. In lieu of compressed air, I've found a nice soft brush. Can brush away some of the this is where all the metal's gonna flow in through.
You probably wouldn't even have had to go that deep, eh?
Probably not.
Because like that last piece, we found out how like the smallest openings let it flow through.
We'll have to do a little bit more cutting, but this should give us a good spot to see if we can get a good release. This has been in here the longest. So there's no lettering that it looks like. It's too fine for our sand to pick up.
I'm glad that nib in the middle stayed.
But I think we'll have a good,
This is interesting.
we'll have a good shot with this one.
So, you know, do you think we should put some more powder on that before we pour it, or just
No,
let?
I think the surface finish is pretty good.
Yeah. What about this one? Like just to dust it off, like.
Didn't really get a lot of detail this one. So that's the inside, so it's not terribly, I'm not terribly concerned.
right, let's put them back together.
We need to cut a little bit more.
Oh, it'll fill, Spenny. It'll go up. I think you're gonna leave yourself too much of a hanger. I guess it would go up and spill over, but
Just make sure everything's clean. The talc that's left will just burn off. But here we can, before we put this back in, I don't know if you can see it from this side. We're just gonna take this. This is our riser and this is our feeder tube. We're just gonna cut a bit of a better shot for us, so that hopefully a lot of the shrink will be up here and not in the part. Your overhead on your feeder tube will take the shrink instead of the, and you want to try and get all that loose stuff so it doesn't get carried in. It'll be rough, but surface finish isn't crucial here. It's just the feeder. And another
so
brush
after
in.
we get this done, we'll maybe get some sizing for our tools. I think we're still okay for time. How can you tell by the?
Just going by ear.
Well, I was gonna say even look in there.
So this here's how we screen the sand through. The green sand's been kept in a bucket with a lid. And there shouldn't be too many big clumps. Just a matter of screening it, getting most of the big clumps so it can be compacted nicely. How's the consistency?
This stuff's a little drier than the last mix. Actually feels pretty good between the two of them. But they were right dry this morning until that little bit of a rain with the buckets left out kind of blessed us. It looked like a bad omen. We had some trouble there with the actual getting the furnace to fire and stay going, but delayed us a little bit. We're making some progress now, and we're going to get a port. Oh, that is jabby. Have to make a frame around that.
Check back in with the second box half. So after a little deliberation this morning, we have the forge set up. It's firing some aluminum right now. It's getting smoky nice and warm. We have some sand. It was pretty dry, but fortunately we were blessed with some liquid sunshine this morning. So it greened our sand out just about right. We've also improved the system here. We got a bit of a screen to screen it out. We don't have facing sand yet, but that should give us enough detail. Here we got a box just suspended around, oh, look at that, suspended around Harley cover. It's under talcum powder right now. Can't really see it overly well, but that's just a mold release so we can start packing the sand in, get some good detail, flip it over, more mold release, and second box, which we got right down here. Usually for this we're using board to flip it over. So we'll see how this goes.